Go get him. Oh my goodness gracious! Ha ha ha! Whee! Hello and welcome back to LP's LP of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Last episode, we upgraded our clothing. In fact, I also upgraded clothing off screen, kind of in a way. I did a stream, and I completed not necessarily every single upgrade, but all the upgrades that I prioritized. Go check that out if you want. This episode, we're getting ready to tackle Ganondorf. We are going to accumulate the weapons and the food required to make sure that that boy is tired or dead, whichever one comes first, right? Because what is being dead if not taking a permanent nap? Anyways, we have the ability to garner all of these pristine weapons, and I am going to do that. In this area particularly, I have found a pretty tight grouping of like 7 or 8 of them. Them being the little, like the shades that hold the weapons. However, never do they hold anything better than soldiers. I was under the impression that if you destroyed a weapon, like you broke the Royal Guard sword or the Royal sword, that it would start spawning here in the depths. How does this one compare to this soldier's broadsword? It's worse, so it'll stay. But it would also seem that they're location based, right? Because this particular area, while it does have a ton of these little platforms, it's not anything special. All right, Traveler Spear, that's worse. What about this one, the final one that's a Traveler Spear as well? Is it better? No. But then down in this area, underneath the Gerudo Highlands, there's actually a few more, and these ones I've seen sometimes have better weapons. I can just grab onto the light route there. I went there a few days ago in the midst of my harvesting extravaganza, and I was able to net myself a pristine royal broadsword. Not a royal guard sword, which would be at least a little bit better. I have yet to actually see a pristine royal guard sword, so hopefully today's the day where that happens, because goodness gracious, I'd like to think that if there's any good use case for the best one-handed weapon in the game, it would be, you know, when you're about to assault the king of demons. I mean, I'm no demon expert, golly gee williker, but I'd have to imagine that he's going to be at least a little bit tougher than some of the other demon spawnlings that we've faced over the course of the last 250 days. There's a platform right here, and go. Kick this back up. Oh, okay. Or crash land, destroy your knees, your shins, and your ankles too. Good thing Link ate his freaking Wheaties this morning. What do we got here? A knight's broadsword that's better than the soldier's spear. But is it better than the broadsword? It is. This is about to break, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. Royal broadsword, that was a 25. Wait, is it royal or soldiers? I think that was a 25. I do believe that was a 25. Either which way, really freaking good. That's what I'm talking about, all right? Now you're speaking my language, and it's LPanese. There's only 3 words in the entire language. Strong weapons good. It's a very easy language to learn, but a very difficult language to communicate in. Have you ever tried to order a sandwich in LPanese? You get arrested. It's terrible. Anyways, there are a couple more of these platforms. Hopefully they serve to be just as fruitful as the first one in this location. You see the one off to the right, and of course the one we're approaching. This one looks like it has a claymore, which will be a nice offensive weapon. Granted, not a huge fan of the two-handeds, and I actually have plenty of them. I've got 3. Let's get rid of this flame emitter club. I will never ever use that. So we'll move on to the final platform, and then I think that will be good. I mean, for now. So part of the adventure here is fusing to these weapons, right? Because the weapons themselves, while they are pretty decent, especially that 25, not as good as they need to be, right? And I'm not 100% certain what I have available to me in the way of fusings, but we'll check that out here in a second. So is the soldier's spear dead equal? So this is a long throw. Do you think I could hit that flux construct from here? Let's see, let me just line it up. I hit it. He's pissed. He's like, who's throwing toothpicks at me? We got another long throw. Very good. Well, that is all she wrote for this location. How do we look as far as fusibles? Oh, we look so good. 16 silver Lionel horns, 14 white-maned, and then everything else. Oh, we're doing pretty freaking solid, if I do say so myself. So we are taken care of there. How do we look for bows? We're okay on bows, not great on bows. So with that in mind, I am going to get rid of this broken one and get rid of this garbage one, and we are going to warp actually down here where this little sword emblem is. If you remember, a little ways back, I killed all the Lionels on the overworld, and I was marking their location with that sword emblem. So, obviously, putting those facts together will lead you to believe that I am headed to a Lionel. And you'd be right. It's a silver Lionel specifically, and sometimes this guy drops a, well, every time he drops a 3-shot 32 Lionel bow, I think it's called the Savage Lionel bow. And if he drops that, that's perfectly fine. But other times, he does drop a 5-shot or a 3x42. So if we could get a really good one, I think that would be pretty solid. You know, I mean, I'm no expert, of course, but I'd like to say that having the best weapons available would be a good thing. Speaking of having the best weapons available, let's use this. This is the weakest one we have. It's also only fused with a 10 Royal Broadsword. And let's heal, first and foremost. Let's get ready for this. And let's cook up a nice old banana feast, all right? Potassium aside, it's always a good idea to have as much offensive prowess as possible. Okay, that is not, I was not looking. What have I done? I'm trying to make a friggin' fruit salad. Decrease, please, thank you. Need no watermelons or volt fruits with my bananas. Golly gee williker. I'm so anxious, could you tell? Oh, the Let's Play is drawing to a close, and I'm not 100% certain how to handle it. There will probably be more Zelda in the future, because as I mentioned a few days back, or at this point almost a week back, I, did the whole Zelda stream, and it went really well. People really seemed to enjoy it. So with that in mind, I'll probably do another one of those at some point. Where's my Fierce Deity pants at? These are the pants I should be wearing, really, because they have the same amount of defense as the Trousers of Time, but the Trousers of Time don't actually apply any sort of offensive boost like these dudes do. So there we have it. Hello, Lyle, the Lionel. Yeah, I know that we've had our disagreements in the past, but I'm here to inform you that, well, we're gonna have another one. Oh, or maybe an agreement, I suppose. Maybe you're off here pondering how you can cease to be, and I say, just leave it to me. All right, can't you see? My killing is free. Do we have a bow equipped? We do indeed. Okay, let me just give you a few right in your face there, scratching some of those itches. Look at how he moans with happiness. You see that face? Is it the face of pain? No, 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 no. It's the face of joy, the face of glee, the voice of fun after hanging with me. Now give me, yeah, or you could dance too. That's good. Are you gonna do a chop? I don't like it when you do the spinny spin. All right, the spinny spin's harder to flurry rush. You got to do the, there you go. There we go. When you go up and down, then that's easier for me to flurry rush, man. Thank you for being kind. Oh, gosh, I went right into it, and I missed that time. It's fine. Can we do it once more? Oh, that didn't count? How did that not count as a flurry rush? I'm a little disappointed in that. Oh, God, and I got ballsy there. Well, fine. We'll just end it here. How about that? Will we end it here? It's pretty close. And we're losing our shield. But then again, this guy doesn't have a shield, does he, actually? I was going to say, but then again, he's going to give us a shield. We're probably fine. We're probably fine. What are shields, anyways, besides a giant dinner plate that you put in front of your enemies? Very good. So we even got more arrows, which we're already doing really, really well off at. Yeah. 340, the best we've ever had. Very good. Now, we are not yet done. We're done harvesting bows. Like, that's plenty. 8 bows. If we go through more than 8 bows fighting Ganondorf, I'll probably fart a little and be slightly sick to my stomach, but we should be fine there. Weapons, we could probably stand to do a little bit better. And I know I just picked up this thing. I'm going to get rid of this. It's weaker than the 12, right? So it's the weakest weapon here. Obviously, this doesn't count. The Star Fragment Staff is like our inventory mascot, so it's going to stick around. But we are going to head over to Hyrule Castle just so that we can garner ourselves potentially a couple Royal Guard weapons. Not the pristine ones, unfortunately, but there are some tainted ones. I know that there is a Royal Guard sword that's a 22, and why the heck not, right? There's also a Royal Guard bow, and we do have an empty bow slot, so yeah, we may as well just grab that too. And I do believe, if memory serves me correct, and it doesn't always, there is a Royal Guard shield as well, which will occupy the space of our rapidly deteriorating shield right now, our Lionel shield. Can we do an ascend here? Can we just... Oh, maybe. There's potential there. Let me just get on the rock, Link. Get on the rock. Get on this one, maybe. I'm feeling... Oh, yes, I could tell. All right, everything's coming up LP, and Link is coming up too. Don't you see? Into the Gloom, of course, which is less than ideal, but it's fine. We will take some time to heal later, of course, in between now and the fight. So the Royal Guard weapons are scattered throughout the castle, but these particular locations are ones that I have returned to a time or two. And we don't have many more open slots than this anyways. So we'll just take these and be happy with what we got. Is this the side with the sword? This is the side with the claymore. We'll hold on to that. What is that? A 32. You know, that's pretty good. How does that relate to some of these? All right, we're probably going to get rid of this thing. We'll see. Here's the bow, and then the shield and sword are off on the other side here. Okay, we got stifled by the flag. Goodness me, there's also a poker, a halberd, a spear, excuse me. And that's what, a 22? So we could improve upon this. So let's drop that. It's a 15, actually. Hold on. What was this? Was this a 15 as well? Let me see. Oh, the horrible pulverizer. It's a 14. Okay, so we could improve on it. Well, gosh darn it. It's an improvement of 1, but it's an improvement all the same, all right? We're in no condition to not take every possible advantage we can get. Let's drop this rapidly breaking shield. We've got a new 70, and now it's time for a 22 Royal Guard sword, which I'm going to replace this with. Actually, no, I'm going to replace this. Like, what is this garbage? Get out of here. I said, get out of here. I do not appreciate you climbing right back into my pants after I had tossed you up on the ground. Very good. So now we have our slate of weapons that we will be using to assail the Demon King. We will use all the best fusings that we have. So we go up here. Silver Liner Saber Horn. Plop that on the ground there. And we do not have the right thing equipped just yet. I'm just going to put it on the Knight's Broadsword. So one thing I am not completely certain of is whether or not like armor will be at play. Of course, we do have this pounder and this smasher and this pulverizer. So we do have a few weapons that could take out armor. So I feel okay about that. I was thinking maybe I should kind of well, I do have. Let's make another one. Yeah, this is, the Lionel Mace Horn doesn't look like it'd be a hammery sort of thing, but it definitely is. Okay. So we'll rock with that as our backup plan, just in case Ganondorf or any of his little minions that he's undoubtedly going to come paired with have any sort of armor or otherwise crack necessary things. All right, so clearly Silver Lionels are going to be the benefactor, or not the benefactor, the item, the individual that benefits us the most here. And yeah, I guess we may as well just even it out. Equip that one. We'll do another Saber Horn. The Saber Horn honestly looks the coolest. When it fuses to the weapons, too, it actually looks like a sword, which I appreciate. And now it looks like we've got the poker and the two-handed weapons. Let's give this guy a mace. The Mace Horn, please. Can I... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Imagine that. And then the Knight's Claymore, you are going to get the poker. We have a lot of silver Lionel horns. I didn't realize how many I had, but goodness me. I done slayed a ton of them. Royal Guard Spear. So we've got a Pulverizer and a Lizalfo's Horn, which makes it just a spear, I suppose. Let's put on a Saber Horn. Just make it an extra pokey poker. An extra strong poker as well. All right. Ooh, look at that. That is terrifying. I love it. Love to see it. Love to see the fear in my enemy's eyes. And now, of course, last but not least, the Master Sword, which gets a Lionel Saber Horn of its own. I'd have to imagine that the Master Sword is going to be perhaps a little effective against the Demon King. I mean, they are like mortal enemies. And what's more, the Master Sword and Fee, the spirit occupying its insides, probably right pissed off about how they were cracked at the hands of Ganondorf at the beginning of the series. I'm certain that they want to extract the non-zero amount of revenge and have a non-zero amount of grievances as well against the fell demon himself. Now, we have done the offensulating. We are set here. Like, we could get marginally better, but marginally. We are in really good shape. However, we're not in great shape in this screen. So let's go down to Lookout Landing, and we're going to do some cooking here. We're going to cook up, obviously, a lot of bananas. I can just land on here. A lot of bananas will be helpful because we're going to want to maintain our offensive capabilities as high as possible. Additionally, anything hardy, right? I know I have some truffles, I believe some salmon, some lizards, things like that will be helpful as they fully recover all of our hearts. And then some. Of course, we don't have enough room to really take advantage of the ones that add like +6 or something like that. But still, you get the point. It would be a full heal, and that's really the main benefit. And additionally, on top of those two things, we will also want to cook up some Sundelions because I have a hunch. I call it a friggin' theory, man. I don't know what would lead me to believe this, but I have to imagine there might be some gloom at play. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that we have faced any of the Phantom Ganons, that's been the case. So I think it would be, well, it would be surprising if it weren't the case. Something I'm interested in here, too. Can we, like, well, no, I don't want those. Can we cook, like, several of the Sundelions together? And, well, we took one too many. We took one too many. Can we take several of the Sundelions together? And a truffle, and what would that do? I think that only would replenish, what, 8 gloom hearts, but then full heal. So that's probably not what we want to do, right? We probably want to just separate everything. So we'll do all of the Sundelion things, completely Sundelion-esque, the sunniest, frightest, wildest greens that we can get, replenishing 15 gloom hearts, I think is darn near half of what we have. So we're definitely going to want to probably just cook up all of these, I would have to imagine. It could be overkill, right? Who's to say? I don't have any frame of reference for how this fight is going to go, but I'd rather be over-prepared than underweared or underprepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be just a little bit disappointing, a little bit embarrassing, and a little bit awkward all the same if I were to go into Ganon fighting him and leave screaming in pain because I didn't have enough freaking foods. So we'll cook all this, and hopefully that still doesn't happen because then we're going to have to go on like a crazy harvesting quest, and I'll have to do some like editing to cut that out, and it would just be not the greatest experience altogether. Anyways, though, I'm sure we're going to have a great time. I feel particularly prepared. I mean, if our battle this episode with the lion was indicative of anything, it's that Link is a bona fide dangerous menace. Yeah, he's a hero, but gosh darn it, he's slaying giant friggin' centaur beasts like that without so much as breaking a sweat. Okay? We've grown quite proficient at combat, and I think that is going to be beneficial. The Ganondorf fight is probably going to be phased, right? I don't think there's been a single Zelda game in the history of Zelda games that has not had a final boss that didn't have at least 2 phases. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single one there is the starting point, and then, oh, he's dead. but not really. It's like, yeah, surprise, surprise, I know. This isn't even my final form. So I think there's probably going to be differing, like, play styles at play here, or different ways to attack, or different ways that are more beneficial. Something that makes me ever so slightly nervous is that I don't know, right? Like, initially my thought process is that at least one of the phases, probably the first phase, is going to be somewhat similar to the Phantom Ganon fights. Big, ominous, demonic gloom boy slashing at me, and I'm trying to do flurry rushes. I think that'll happen. What happens after that, though, I'm not certain. In plenty of Zelda games prior, Ganondorf has morphed into Ganon, big, giant pig boy, and he be oinking all over. It smells like bacon. It's delicious, but he be taking the princess, and we can't have that. So I have managed to remain completely spoiler-free of how this fight will transpire. So either A, that means that I have done a great job in remaining spoiler-free, or B, he just doesn't transform. Because I have heard nothing of any transformation. So I suppose we'll see. How many banana meals do we have here now? We have 14 banana meals, with each of them being 4 minutes. We got, gosh darn it, near an hour's worth of bananas. I think that's plenty. We do not have a whole lot of HP replenishing things, and we only have 9 sunny things, which I guess is fine because it's 15. So we have effectively 4.5 complete refills of hearts if they get gloomified, which I don't necessarily know is a for sure thing. Probably is. Don't know. So we need more health stuff. I think I have other hardy things, right? Do I have any hardy? Anything hardy? Any hardy fish? I don't have any hardy fish, really? Do I have any hardy? Yes, 6 hardy lizards. Perfect. Now, this is going to be an elixir, so we need to, mix in some guts. Friggin' gross. Because nothing makes you feel better like a jug full of mashed up organs, does it, huh? Just like Grandma always used to make. And I dump it on the floor for the dog because that's friggin' gross. Anyways, grossness or not, Link is going to drink this with all he's got because it's going to help a lot. Oh, really, the ability to have any sort of full heal is just a boon to us. And now after this, we'll have 6 plus 4. That'll be 10 of these. I still don't feel like that's enough, so we're probably just going to have to make some base food. Let me double check that once more. Yeah, we've got 10 full heals. We've got 9 of these things. We've got a lot of other stuff. Something else that might be, it may make sense to... Well, we've got all the equipment anyways. Like, it may make sense to get some, like, more flame guard, more cold guard, electric guard. But yeah, we do have all the clothing, most of it upgraded at least a little bit. So I don't think that that's actually important. Food, though. Food is important. Unless we have more hardy boys. More hearties? No? Hearty, narty, farty. Okay, well, it's food time. So what is the best food? Hyrule Bass? No, I think the raw gourmet meat. And 2 whole birds. And 2 prime meats. That's gonna do something for us, right? The friggin' a meat feast. 2024. Yeah, 27. That's darn near a full heal. That's wild. Very good. 5 pounds of raw meat. What is this gonna be, like 10? It is indeed 10. So we'll just do that again. We'll have a few of those because why the heck not? And I think that's like our best healing stuff, unless we just want a pile of cheese. Why not? Why not? I love me some cheese. Gosh darn it, I would eat these. What? Really, it's too gross. 5 pounds of cheese is too gross to even look at, huh? I know that it does awful things to my farts, but this is just rude. Why is that dubious? Some melted cheese is a delicacy, don't you see? What about 5 eggs? Can we just make a super omelet? Fine. Why is the cheese displeasing? I don't quite understand that. Could we, like, make a meal there with the 3 of them, and then maybe put some, some chicken and some honey? Make some disgusting conglomeration here. Energizing fried egg and rice. That reminds me. Thank you. Thank you, Courser Bee Honey. I should probably do some stamina things. Just in case. Just in case. What do we have? Endura Carrot increases maximum limit. That's what we need, right? Actually. Hold the phone. Do one at a time. Because it will completely refill your stamina. It won't overfill it as much as if I did 5. But really, the efficiency here... Wait, that one did more. That was like the super carrot? Did you see that? The yellow wheel on that was over twice as large as the prior one. See? Now this is back to normal. Interesting. There's some sort of RNG at play here where you could get perhaps slightly better effects at random. Either which way, though, as I was saying, it's more efficient to do it this way because you garner yourself the full replenishment of your stamina more times over than if you were to just use 5 of them all together in one pile. And I think that's fine right there. 6 of those. If we have such intense stamina needs that we need more than that, well, then that'll just be exciting, won't it? Okay, well, we have doodled that dandy, and we have but one more thing to do in preparation of this fight. We need to head back out to the construct, the steward construct, just to the north of Lookout Landing here, who at one point was our chief point of contact for replenishing, or excuse me, growing our battery capabilities. However, our battery is already over-capabilized. We cannot upgrade it anymore, but we do have crystallized charges. So I am going to exchange those crystallized charges with this guy in order to gain as many Zonai devices as possible. He's got a full stock, it would seem, and I don't even know that we can tap him out. I guess we'll see. My thought process is here, I want to build some sort of thing. I hesitate. Originally, I was going to call it a mech, but I feel like calling it a mech implies some, I don't know, level of competency. I, in fact, may just make some sort of monstrosity. It may be hideous and completely unusable, but I'm going to try. Gosh darn it, I played with a non-zero amount of Lego growing up. In fact, I played with quite a ton. But I'd like to imagine my ability to conceptualize some sort of structure or creation is not completely awful. Is not completely awful. I hope that's the case, but we're going to have to figure that out here shortly. And I know that not all of these are even necessary. Like, I'm not going to put a bunch of friggin' pots on this. It's going to be like the Sanji robot cooking up mad dishes on the merry going. But we may as well get all of these. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think, well, we might run out of these. Hold on. It's 30 per if we get 10. Okay. Okay, well, let's just, let's play by ear. Let's play by ear. We have a ton of everything, for the most part. I think the only ones that we didn't have too much of were fans, and we obviously already purchased this dude's entire stock of fans. So, I mean, there's no going back anyways. I am, however, I think going to skip over hydrants. That's not, we've already got 15. I'm going to skip over steering sticks, because we only use those one at a time. Got a crap ton of big wheels, a good amount of small wheels. Not a lot of sleds, but are we going to use those? Batteries are important. Let's get those. We'll kind of prioritize these a little bit. I mean, we're not going to be using these crystallized charges for anything, so I don't know why I'm so apprehensive to run out of them. I guess I just want to make sure that I'm able to get the best things here, or the things that I deem the best. Now that we've made our way down to 300 total crystallized charges remaining, well, we can buy out 10 more things. Big batteries is absolutely, or are absolutely, the most important ones left on here. And then perhaps construct heads. Oh wait. The big battery is more expensive. I didn't even notice that. We're done sold out of everything. Well, hot dog, chimichanga, chicken salad sandwich. That's all she wrote. Now, how much zonite do we have? Because my idea here is to just craft up a thing so that it can be stored in auto build. We've got 439, which is a lot. But I don't know whether or not it's enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that enough to auto-build something? Because if you remember, I don't think he's saved an auto-build. If you remember our dearly departed friend Beamy, he is right here, Beamy. Haven't seen him in forever. He's 118, and he's a mech, but he's not as big as I was thinking about making here. So we're gonna have to Well, we're gonna have to see. I was looking to see as well if there were any good building materials. I suppose there's this over here. But do we even need it? Do we even need it? I don't know. Let's look at our Zonai devices. So what do we even want to start with here? We need some sort of basis of movement, and the homing cart would make this guy autonomous, right? It would just seek out all of the enemies. We probably want a little bit of height to it, right? I think that would be all right. So we have a start. Oh, is it great? No, but that's okay. I don't want this. I want a little bit wider of a top. Flatten it out and put it so that it extends back out this way. Hopefully not toppling the guy. Let me put you right there. Don't topple. Very good, not toppling. And now we will want to put some sort of other wheels back here just so that it is, well, stable. Now, the problem I have with, like, the big wheels and stuff and the small wheels is that they're going to propel themselves forward. This dude being up front should act as the steering wheel, but I'm a little bit curious to see how this works. We'll place that there. And let's get another beam just so that we can get these two attached, and then we'll attach the top of the beam to the greater structure there. There we go. And let's get you, friend, on the... Oh, I'm grabbing my weapon. Link's getting frustrated already. Let's get you here. And then this, we gotta rotate it up ever so slightly. I can't tell. Is that centered? That looks centered to me. Perfect. Well, it's a little cocked. Why is it cocked like that? I don't know. But that should work, right? Okay, now it's time to decorate this boy. So let's get up there. See, I put this platform here so that we can ascend up here if we so desire. We probably won't need to, but it'll be good to have the option just in case. Now we want... Where are they? The little, like, the little head things that'll turn. Here we go. The construct heads. We need, like, not those. We need a few construct heads. Probably 5, I'd say. And then we need some offensive weapons. But let's get the heads out first. Can't take that out here. So the question now becomes, do I want... Actually, I have the answer. I'm going to say, do I want them on the bottom? Do I want them on the top? Do I want them on the sides? And the answer, my friend, was obvious. All of the above. Oh, isn't it grand? Put you right there. And get you adjacent. Perfect. And we'll put some on the behind as well. So we've only got 10 of these. Do 4 more. Oh, God, I grabbed another. Having troubles today, am I not? Goodness me. What else is new, huh? So we want this dude to be able to, like, shoot out his behind so that he's not getting assaulted. We also want up top, just in case, you know, anything's up there. Perfect. And, I mean, we've got one more. I'm going to put it directly on the side. I guess we'll do another one then, too. Because, yeah, if something's on the side, we want it to be able to blastulate it as well. Gosh darn it, it would be rude if we left... Oh, what are we going to call this thing? We already had Beamy. I mean, this is Beamy. The next iteration. Beamy 5000. Beamy 2024. Okay, so with it being Beamy, I mean, we need beam emitters, right? So we will give beam emitters to these side guys right here. Boom shakalaka. Very good, very good. Just slap you on there. Delightful. Oh, I'm getting excited here. And then we have one more. One more. I don't... this might be one too many. I think that's one too many. I don't need that beam emitter. We'll hold on to it just in case, but I think that I want other things on here, like a cannon. A cannon would be very nice. Where is my cannon? Right here. Let's actually get 3... Let's not get a spring! I said X! Gosh darn it. Alright, whatever. We got 2 cannons. We're going to place one of them right here, kind of cocked out a little bit. Perfect. And then another one on the other side. We'll have it like 180 degrees different from the other side. Perfect. And those will like rotate, right? So they'll constantly be looking around for things to blast. And the cannon balls that they shoot out kind of drop down. So I think that would be a good use of them. And then we should have a flame emitter back here. Just because it would look cool, I think. It'd just be cool to have it, you know, it's like exhaust or something. But what's more, let's cock it down ever so slightly. Because people can be running back here and they're going to be getting toasted. And then we have the thing up top and up front. Honestly, I'm thinking another cannon up front would be the right move here. And we've got 26 of them. So we'll place another cannon in the front, and then we have the header that we'll be thinking about. What do we want there and the header, huh? What up there? Another cannon! Why the heck not, huh? But when in doubt, just give it more friggin' firepower, all right? It's the most American machine I've ever seen. It's disgraceful, but goodness gracious, it will help us because it is quite tasteful. And then you'd think we'd be done, but we're actually going to put a couple of shock emitters down on the lowest section of this, because when people get too close, they deserve to get fried. All right, they deserve to get electrocuted. I don't make the rules, it's just the way things are, okay? And right there in the corner. And then another one right here. If I can just get it on there. Attach. Oh, you can't attach anymore. We've reached the limit. Beamy 5,000. He's as violent as he can be. Well, let's put this one right in the center of the front then. Beautiful. Look at that. Now that is a machine. So what do we have on here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cannons. We've got 2 beam emitters, 1 shock emitter, and 1 flame emitter. Elsewise, we have the homing cart, 2 big wheels, and then 3 pieces of wood. And then, of course, there are the construct heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So, I am going to grab this so that it is all registered. And then now I can save it in auto build. And we can see just how expensive this friggin' thing is. Wait, no, don't you just... Gosh darn it. Fine. Yes, assemble it. Just put it together. Thank you. I didn't want to do that, man. Okay. I wanted to see how expensive it is. How expensive is this? 63? That's it? Well, that's not very expensive at all. Oh my goodness, why is Beamy so expensive? Is it because Beamy has a battery? Well, shoot. I'm glad that I have so many batteries, because then I can just pull them out and strap them onto this thing. Excellent. Well, now that we have our delightful little death machine here, you'd think that we'd be ready to go assail Ganondorf, and you'd be right. But I think that it's only fair, only reasonable, only intelligent to test this guy out just once before. Oh my goodness, and literally like 20 minutes later, I have nearly carried the Beamy 5000 over to the closest monster encampment I could find, which is this tower. We've actually been to this tower a few times over the course of the Let's Play. So, it's with great pleasure that I say, hi friends! I've got a new friend to introduce you to. Oh look, and there's Courser Bee Honey nearby. I had that set as part of the stream last week. Okay. Will we be able to fit, or will Beamy 5000 be able to fit? I guess we'll see. Here's the test. Beamy. Go get him. Oh my goodness gracious! Ha ha ha! Whee! Get him! They don't know any. Oh my goodness gracious! You've destroyed yourself. Oh no! Oh God! It's okay. It's okay, Beamy. Beamy, we will bring you back. We will build you bigger, faster, stronger. We will get electrocuted. Oh God! Things are No, not that. Thanks. Ah, I'm getting electrocuted. Help me, baby. What's going on here? Let me just... Don't you hit me, Boko. Golly gee williker. I'm gonna die. Okay, well, Beamy may have dissolved itself, but its body parts are very much still helping. Okay, I'm getting destroyed here. Cheechamungus. Let's build this back up, shall we? Do not electrocute me, please, and thank you. Thank you. Build. Now, turn on. Turn on and don't bomb me, bro. Goodness me. It's very fragile, but it's also very effective, I have to say. Kind of. It's mostly effective. Very effective is stretching it, but goodness gracious, I consider it very entertaining. And I hope that you do as well. I hope that you considered today entertaining. I hope that you considered the preceding 8 months entertaining, because all of that hard work and effort is wrapping up tomorrow. It's the final episode. Thanks again, and I'll see you then.